Welcome to Our Energy Matters with Anthony Manna and Dena Marie. Aloha.
Aloha to you too. A good day, Folkens. Good day, folks, to our Danish viewers and our viewers out there. That's wonderful. Okay. And greetings, everyone. We are here because we meet weekly and we talk to each other about our journey through this universe. And today, in our telephone conversation, which preceded this, we talked about past lives and rebirth. And I thought that's exactly what I'm thinking about. My sister passed several months ago, and what I hope for her is that she becomes angelic. And I just love thinking in those ways. I used to think, may people rest in peace, and I really don't want them to rest in peace as much as I want them to find their angelic presence. Today, the topic is really coming to recognize our divine intentions. And we've talked about intentions before, but I felt like I needed to go back in there for some reason. I woke up with it on my mind the day ago, and and then I opened your book, your shiny cover with all those wonderful crystals. I opened your book, the title of which I will talk about in a minute, and the page led me directly to intentions. Now tell me, that I wasn't supposed to do this. So I say to all the folks out there, we meet weekly, and what we do is we share our journey. And I spend some time with Dena Marie's book. And what I do is I come up with a piece of writing. I am a writer. I try to work as a writer every day. And I say here, yes, our energy matters, especially the energy my friend Dena Marie crystallizes in her celestial blessed, heaven-sent manual of manners and matters, deeply spiritual, titled Our Energy Matters, the Art of Crystal Reading. That always threw me because I had no idea what she was talking about, but I do now, where her seekers, her clients, are enlivened and awakened to prayerful, mind alert, soul guided signposts for, and this is her other title, for how to manifest their heartfelt intentions. Intentions. Let's explore heartfelt intentions with Dena Marie. From Dena Marie, I shock-truthed, learned that an intention can be deceptively ordinary, like stepping outside into nature and looking up, up, up to connect with and be nourished by those miracles, the recurring miracles, glorious presences, spirits, and resources. And that's what starts happening when you look up. That sustained life and living, if only we will slow down to acknowledge these spirit, soul enhancing gifts right there, cost-free in nature, that beckons us to partake in the dance of recognition and insight sustained by nature's gifts. And I thought to myself, when I thought about this later, I thought to myself, wait a minute, those gifts are infinite. They're bountiful, and the patterns that I keep seeing. Always been interested in dance, and I see a parade of dancers often when I look up, And then I thought to myself, wait, sometimes we have to forgive nature, because nature can sometimes not cooperate and wake us up to something bad because of fire or destruction. And so that too, is part of nature's intentions. In the chakra-powered, crystal electrified domain of her book, Dena Marie, working her celestial arts as a celestial alchemist, moved into the sacred realm of intentions through the threshold of the glorious enlightenment she summoned as the seventh chakra. Now, see, I didn't see this before. It's right there on that page. Otherwise claimed as the crown chakra, where resides the sacred manifestation of our thought, spirit, and divine, and I didn't know what to call it. I called it divine charisma. Listen to her wise leap of faith, filtered by her earned recognition, because it is something that she earned over time, of the crown chakra. Quote, we are the co-creators of our own reality. We are spiritual beings living in the physical world. This is precisely the reason our intentions are so important. They are truly our thoughts, our prayers, waiting to manifest into the physical world. And then this profound revelation, which I know you know very well, I'm sure, but to me, I have to go back each time, or should I call it a revelation? She added, by being consciously connected to our higher selves, each of us can become aware of the divine plan. Now that's new for me, and express it in our own individual way. That connection is so profound. So Dena Marie, I call on you now. You better wake up right now. To enlighten, I know, to enlighten our listeners and viewers with the thought you expressed on the wings of coming to believe in the gift of the divine mind. That, I've never heard anybody say that before. And the divine mind. When this chakra, the crown chakra, I'm quoting you, is healthy, we live in the present, are connected with the divine, live purpose-filled lives, and are equanimous, like equity.
I say equanimous, but I say it wrong, so it's all good.
So I do too. I looked it up, but I just say equanimity, which is peacefulness, and to be resolute in yourself. And so, tell us about that a little bit. That connection.
Well, I have to say the equanimity comes from, I believe that there is a plan, and Spirit looks down, and we planned this pre-life here to learn certain lessons. It's a training ground, so it's all perfect. It's all good, all God. Everything's happening for a reason because we chose to learn certain lessons. And as you were reading, I just forgot that when I send an email out, I have a quote, and it says, the key to life is to look up. And it says Snoopy.
Yes. I think that's
the key to life is to look up. And when I'm reading people doing my chakra work, if I see somebody look down and shake their head, then I know their crown is blocked. So if I say, if you had all the money in the world, what would you do with it? And you look up, then I know your crown chakra is open. If you look down, which I have lots of people that look down, shake their head and say, I have no idea. No idea, Dena. I don't know what I want. And yesterday I was walking around talking to strangers, doing something for my new job and taking what they thought about the island I live on. And most of the people that looked up were artists, musicians, and creative people. They looked up. And those are those other chakras, right? So the people that were just kind of not so happy about life, they never looked up. And that's just an indicator of chakras. Like if someone touches their heart a lot, I know their heart's open. So remember I told you, if you're watching the news and they're sitting like this and they never show any emotion or feelings, they're probably not connected to it. So I think the most important about the crown chakra is to believe in something outside yourself. And I told you, I just did a reading with a woman who's afraid to be alone. And out of my mouth came, if you're in the zone, you're never alone. So every time you tune up your higher chakras, you do something creative, you have fun, then you get the little small, still voice intuition. So your intentions come to fruition. You get to have the things you want. Mine is just to have fun at work. So she told me yesterday to run around and talk to strangers. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. No,
but
I know.
that's my intentions to go to. Now I'm saying I want to have fun. I want to spend quality time with my family. I want to be in nature and go to the beach and walk in the woods. And those are my intentions. And it's not like I want a big car anymore or a big house. I'm so done with that. The need to have.
When blocked, when the crown is blocked, this was so important for me to read. We lack inspiration. We feel alienated, depressed, and worried. And I think it's so important that you put that in there. And that's with every one of those chakra intentions and those chakra revelations, you always include that which is the blocked one and that which is the open one. And in your book, you become the healer offering remedies for the blocked crown chakra, let's say, for any of them. And I say to myself, wait a minute, maybe we should talk about this later. After all, time is marching on. And then you know what I did? I thought, no, wait a minute, I can do it very simply, because if I go to the cheat sheet and go up to this side of the page where the blockages are hopeless, there you are, that's the crown chakra, hopelessness, depression, alienation. And then you have the prescription. And that's so illuminating. Ask for what you want. And I can do that in prayer. Write down your intentions. Connect with your higher power and write down all that is good in your life. Now, how powerful is that?
And you know what intentions are? Prayer. It's prayer. But so many people came to me and they don't pray for themselves. They pray for other people, but they don't pray for themselves. And I say the only person you can pray for is yourself. The only person you have control over is you. And then your world will change. So I use the word intentions to kind of, it's not trickery, but what it is to get people to look up and pray to spirit, God, goddess, nature. I had one person that did not like certain words, so he prays to nature. But he didn't even like prayer. So that's probably where I came up, with the word intentions, is really sending your prayers out to the universe. I like to call it universe. I don't have a problem calling it God anymore. I just say what feels right to me. And I know every morning when I look up and count my blessings and I ask for whatever it is that I need, and if I don't ask, I don't get anything. And that's kind of frustration, not bringing your intentions to fruition. So when all your chakras are spinning, I looked up fruition. Fruition is when you grow and things are great, and frustration is what? The opposite.
Very opposite.
Yep.
So it's stuck. It's being stuck. And we don't have to be there. Sure, why not? I mean, intention, prayer, whatever it might be, it's still my intention for today. It's like you could be in a church or you could be in your living room, and you could your intention is prayerfulness, praying for something, praying to be given. And it can be reciprocal, as I said before about nature. I feel like the more I give to nature, and that is like with my garden and with the planting of the bulb that is now, for weeks we waited for that damn thing to grow. And all of a sudden I walked out there the other day and I just looked over it and I said, I prayed for it. And I said, my intention is to have you grow into your elephant ear, because then it becomes this huge leap. And I looked down and I called to Don, come out here. It's moving. And there's the first leaf, and it heard me, my intention. That sounds weird. I don't care.
No, I like it. And every time I hear you talk, I see metaphors, and you have grown so, like you're growing into your beauty. Can I say that?
Sure.
When I first met you, you didn't look up, then I think it was on my show one day and you did, and it was just, it's magical. And all it is just tuning up your energy. And again, we got to remember, the news is not going to fill your cup. It's always going to empty it.
Yeah, thank you so much for reminding me that what the reason I turned the TV off so often, not only because of those stupid commercials that make you think that you're an idiot, but also because I don't want to hear any more of those people telling me what I should believe. Oh, we have to stop. Folks, do you want to move closer to Dena Marie's wisdom? Then listen to her weekly radio show, Lift Your Spirits. I've been a guest on that show several times, and I always feel when I walk away from it, I have definitely lifted myself up. Her website is dena-marie.com, and there you can find the link to her radio show, which is every Friday, 8 o'clock in the morning. I know, wake up, smell the coffee, and come alive on the West Coast. She is also very active on Facebook, daily chakra insights into chakra energy, blockage, and prescription. I remember a couple of weeks ago, I went into your Facebook page, and it was like you were saying, do you feel down? It was like this voice coming out of nowhere. And I thought, angelic presence, thank you very much. So the daily insight into chakra energy, blockage, and prescription. And also startling photographs of her, the island that she lives on. It's a wonderful thing, a wonderful gift. Thank you. And she also talks about her workshops and her classes and her healing work. My website for an interview with Dena Marie is anthonymannabooks.com. You go to the Podbean podcasts, and there's an interview with her. And my website is a lot about children, tweens, and teens reading and writing. And so, and in the midst of that, you find interviews with spiritual people like Dena Marie, and also with writers and poets and all sorts of folk. Dena Marie, thank you.
Next week, our phone call is going to be longer. I miss you. I'll have to be excited.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Why not? We'll
thank
talk
you.
about that soon. All right. Thank you. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for listening. Goodbye, Dena Marie.
Bye-bye.